everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Decision Hour. I'm Adam, and with me, as always, Patty.
Adam.
We got another great show lined up for everybody today as we continue our retro series, and we're talking about retro fashion today. Right?
Yes. It's going to be fun. We're throwing it back to Adam and Eve.
just the leaf. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
well, before the leaf, there was nothing. And then there was the leaf.
Jesus. What? So it
was a lot cheaper back then.
Just go to the nearest tree. What are some crazy things that you know? If you followed us in our retro series, we've talked 60s, really 70s through the 90s, of different types of what we can kind of consider nowadays retro, right?
Yeah.
For us, I think retro, I immediately go to like 60s and 70s, and the first thing that pops into my head are bell bottoms.
Oh my goodness. Did you have some?
No.
Yeah, I bet you had some corduroy pants though, didn't you?
I did. Oh yes. Oh, I totally forgot about corduroy. Yeah, I had a pair of corduroy pants. It was a brown pair. Yeah, I had a corduroy pants, and my mom. It was brown corduroy pants with a white shirt and a brown dickie.
Oh my goodness, a dickie.
Yeah, a dickie.
I forgot about that. To explain that to our listeners.
So,
obscene.
Those of you that don't know what a dickie is, all right, it's not a bad word. It's if you've ever seen the movie National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, it's like a turtleneck, but it's not a turtleneck. So it looks like a turtleneck. It goes on your neck, and then the part of it goes in the front, and it only covers like just a little part of your chest, and that's it. It's like, it looks like you have a turtleneck on, but you don't. It's almost, I don't even know how to explain it. It's
like a cut off.
It's a cut off turtleneck with no sleeves or anything. It just goes around. It's like a sleeve for your neck. That's really all I can explain it. And it's usually pretty thick and like sometimes woolly, and oh my God.
Yeah,
all I can think of is Cousin Eddie. I'm sorry. That's all I can think of.
I think it's so that you wouldn't get so hot, because you'd wear the dickie, but then you'd wear a shirt over it, obviously.
Yeah.
And that way you wouldn't get all sweaty, I guess. I
don't know. My brother got a dickie for Christmas one year recently. Because we just thought, like family tradition in our family is like we watch the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation every year. So we think of Cousin Eddie, and the character Cousin Eddie has a dickie on in one of the scenes, and it's absolutely hysterical. I laugh every time. I've literally seen that movie 100 times, and I laugh every time that part comes on. It's just funny. So yeah.
Oh my goodness! I was going over this women's fashion magazine, and it started out in like the 1900s, how fashion has progressed, and it's crazy funny, like the big hats that women used to wear. And it reminds me though, like I guess like I don't know what years it was, but I remember like people wearing visors a lot. Do you remember those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, visors. Yep. Yeah.
Different baseball hats that had the
truck driver hats are called now.
Oh my goodness, with the mesh on them.
Mesh on the back. I love those. I'm a big hat guy. I had a huge hat collection, and for a while they were fitted hats, and now they've gone back. I actually have gone back to the mesh hats. The kind of, they call them truck driver style hats, because a lot of truckers used to wear them back in the day.
Can you take a picture and put it on our page?
Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely do that. I love my hats. I do. So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever get into like the bangles, like retro, like the jelly bracelet?
Oh yeah,
thing?
I had tons of jelly bracelets, and I had friendship bracelets, and we would make friendship pins. We would have charm bracelets and charm necklaces, and Oh my goodness. For fashion, I remember my very first pair of Nikes. I remember IOU sweatshirts when I was a teenager.
Oh my god.
They were like $99 each. And one Christmas, I told my family I wanted IOU sweatshirts, and like everybody in my family bought me one. It seemed like I
Yeah.
had like probably had 15 IOU sweatshirts that year for Christmas, which that was a lot of money sitting in your closet.
Yeah, especially back then.
hmm
I remember a lot of like silk shirts.
Oh my goodness, did you wear those?
Oh yeah. 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 I rocked the silk.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. It was silk shirts. But those were only for like nice occasions. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't just wear those to school or anything like that. Like you had the silk shirt. Like that was because there was something nice going on. Like you guys were going out to supper, or you're at a party. You know, going to a party or a dance or something like that. Then you would rock the silk shirt. But other than that, it was just like, you know, t-shirts and hand-me-down stuff.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, I remember acid wash big time, like the jean jackets, the jeans, the shorts. I had Batman shirts. Do you remember when Batman was super popular?
Yep. Yep.
Batman watch.
You had a Batman watch? Yeah, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
like accessories. You know, we're talking
Yeah.
about like like different accessories.
Mhm.
I remember the bleached watch jeans, and then you would pinch in the '80s. You'd pinch roll them.
Peg them. You'd wear
Yeah.
peg pants.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yep, I
yes,
did that
I
too.
saw someone last week do that to their jeans. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" I was like, "Excuse me, 1984 called. They want their pants back." Like,
Oh my
like,
goodness.
what are you doing? Oh my god.
K-Swiss. K-Swiss were super
Oh, yeah.
popular.
I still have mine.
I like K-Swiss
Yeah.
again. Like my my youngest daughter just bought a pair. They're super cute.
Yeah, those are great shoes. Those are still great shoes.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm trying to think of what else. Converse, like the old Chuck
Oh, yeah.
Taylors.
I still have Converse.
love-
I didn't wear them back then. I
Really?
just started wearing them a couple years ago. hmm
I'm trying to think what else.
What about the
fake leather?
Oh my goodness, pleather.
Yeah, pleather, or like the Michael Jackson, like the beat it. No, the red with all the zippers. That's another thing, like jackets with all the zippers and stuff on it.
Oh yeah, and parachute pants.
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Yes.
I had a pair of parachute pants. They were black. Yep. I had a
Oh,
pair
my
of those.
goodness.
And then I had God, what were the ones with all the stripes? Not Zumba. The zebra.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, with all the different colors. I think I had like 5 pairs of those, different colored ones.
They were comfortable. I didn't have those. Well, wait a second. No, I didn't have those. I had MC Hammer pants. I had a pair. It was like in the 90s.
Huh, rap videos, huh? Interesting. Starting to see a pattern here.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I really went through a phase for 1 year that I loved black and white, like everything. So my MC Hammer pants were black and white, and I had these shoes. They looked like they had fishing hooks all over them. They were insane. I wish I could find a picture of them.
I remember everything was like bright colors back in the 80s, and then you know, you think of, well, you had like the bright colors, so all the girls were like, you know, poofy hair, like pink pants, yellow tops, you know, hair spray. You use a can of hairspray to fix their hair. And then I remember the guys would wear like track suits. I remember wearing a couple of I had a couple of track suits that you'd wear. And then you had certain like guys, if you were like into like heavy metal, like Metallica and stuff, it was always like ripped jeans and like your, you know, Metallica t-shirt or something like that. And then if you were into like more of the pop scene, it was, you know, very colorful outfits that guys would wear, like jeans with a bright shirt, or you could even do like the preppy look. It was, I remember, like jeans and it was always like a nice collared like polo.
The alligator shirt.
Yeah, the alligator shirt, or the Tommy Hilfigers, or back in the day, those were really popular. God, I'm trying to think of like just some other. For some reason, I think of like 80s pop stuff, and I immediately go to like the Culture Club, or I go to what was the Boy George's band?
Oh my goodness!
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
And then like Bandana was obviously big back then, so girls would dress a lot like her. So anyway, so that's my experience with kind of retro fashion is that, or like the plastic shoes. What do you guys call those? Girls always had like
jelly shoes.
There you go. That's what it was.
Jelly shoes, jelly bracelets. We put bows in our hair. I'd use 1 can of Aquanet every week on my hair. I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to leave our house at 7 to get ready. It took me over an hour to do my hair every morning.
Jeez.
I know. I can do my hair in like 10 minutes now.
I can't even.
And my hair was hard as a rock. And the guys, you'd wear gel in the hair.
Yeah, we put gel in the hair, or mousse. And then we also, this is going to be a good one, fanny packs.
Oh my gosh, yes. I bought a fanny pack a couple years ago for the amusement park, but I wore it under my shirt so nobody could see it.
Oh no. I think we should try to bring back the fanny pack. Maybe we need to create like a decision hour fanny pack for people to like rock around.
I'll have to find a picture. My dad, I have a picture of my dad wearing a fanny pack somewhere. I'll find it.
That is
I was like, I wasn't really embarrassed, I guess. I was going to say I was so embarrassed, but I guess I wasn't, 'cause that they were a thing. And you know what's funny is men would get made fun of for having a man purse, but they could wear fanny packs.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I know a couple guys that go to the gym that still wear fanny packs as they're working out. I'm just like, okay.
What?
Here's
that's
the one
brave.
Thing. I get this is the one thing that when I think back like my childhood, and the one thing about fashion that annoyed the crap out of me that I hated were the shorts.
The guys had the funniest shorts, like, those shorty shorts.
Yeah, they were like short shorts with like
and long socks.
They were almost like ranger panties. I mean, they're like super short, right? And then you're just like, so then you had to like, you would put like the stretchy. Oh God, what am I thinking of?
Spandex.
Thank you. You'd have like the spandex shorts underneath the shorts, just because like if God forbid you sat down or you were like stretching, like not, you know where I'm going with this. It's just like it's not like everything to everybody. I mean, it was I hated the 80s when it came to like shorts and stuff like that. And actually it was even happened because I remember my high school basketball team, we had uniforms from like the 70s still. So it was like the really, really short ones with the slit up the side. We had to wear spandex shorts underneath. And it wasn't until like my junior year of high school that they got new uniforms, where that's where like the baggy shorts kind of started to take trend. And whatnot. So it was, it just was not. That's the one thing that just pissed me off more than anything was those short shorts.
Oh my goodness! I think that they're super funny because my husband had some short shorts on in one picture when he was little with socks all the way up to his knees. And it just cracked me up because it's like, what's the point in that? You're wearing shorts because they say it's so hot outside.
Yeah. And then you pull
have
up
these huge socks up to your knees.
With the stripes on them.
Yeah.
Different colored striped socks. Yep. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
What about crop tops? And I would, oh my goodness, off the shoulder shirts. I liked those for girls.
Bandanas.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And the huge earrings and scrunchy hair things for girls.
And guys.
Yeah. What about leotards for guys and girls?
Yeah, like the onesies.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Or that was another thing, onesies, like for pajamas with the
Mhm.
slippers on the bottom. I had a pair of those too.
You still do. Who you fooling? I'm gonna tell your girlfriend to get you a pair for Christmas.
No. No.
In Michigan, I did want some. I was freezing up there. Couldn't find any.
You know what? I got one more for for this. You remember, like, guys? Did you ever have anybody that wore a lot of jewelry,
Mm.
like the Mr. T starter kits, we'd call them?
Oh, not that much jewelry.
Yeah, I knew a couple guys that wore a lot of like necklaces and stuff like that, and we used to call them like Mr. T starter kits. So Mr. T was big back in those days too. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Those are fun times.
Those were fun times. Fun times.
Yeah.
Retro fashion, folks. That's what we're talking about. We're keeping it with our retro series. Retro fashion was maybe there's something that you remember growing up that you wore that you didn't care about, or maybe you'd like to see it come back. Make sure you leave a comment when go to our Facebook page or to our Instagram page and leave a comment on retro fashion, what you miss or what you didn't like or what you'd like to see come back. So
Yes.
please, we'd love to hear from you. So Patty, do you have? That's all I have. Do you have anything else for retro fashion?
Yeah. All I have is I encourage y'all to go put a track outfit on and take a couple walks around the mall and have a good day.
And make sure you put your fanny pack on too.
Yes.
A good place to keep.
Absolutely.
You'll never lose your keys. Store all the put your phone and your keys and your wallet and your fanny pack. You'll be good to go. So,
And if you just listened to that and you heard that, and if you message us, then I will give you a Starbucks coffee to the first 2 people who just heard that.
Ooh, you better be listening to this show. Get yourself some coffee. That's awesome. Awesome. Make sure you guys leave a comment. Before we go, big shout out to Heroes Media Group, our home network. Make sure you go check them out. All the great shows, articles, and they're just doing a ton of new stuff, over there. If you'd like to become part of the HMG family, go to www.heroesmediagroup.com. Send them an email. Somebody will get back in touch with you. Make sure you follow Patty and myself and the show on all social media platforms. It's The Decision Hour, all one word. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So we appreciate that. Make sure you go like, and then also go leave us a rate and review our show on iTunes or any of the other platforms that we're on. I think we're on Spotify, our radio, Podbean, Heroes Media Group, Google Play, etc. So we're on all your favorite platforms. Make sure you go leave us a review and show us some love. If you would, we greatly appreciate that as well. So that's all the time that we have today, folks. We appreciate you as always. For Patty, I'm Adam. You've been listening to The Decision Hour.